Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. We are still waiting for our friends to join. In the meantime, I would like to invite some of our friends to come into the stream and chat a little bit, talk about stuff, your preparations and stuff. So, operator, could you please share the link to our friends in the chat so that they can join? We will be sharing a new link into the chat box. You can join us live and we can talk a little bit before we start our main events. So this is just some informal talk while waiting for all of our friends to join us. So you can join, and if it's not very crowded, we can invite one or two people into the stream and chat a little bit, while waiting for the other friends to come in. Come on, guys, you can just click the link. We have shared the link into the chat box on YouTube, so you can just click that link and you can join us and we can talk a little bit. We haven't started the program yet, we haven't started the meeting yet. We just want to talk a little bit before we start our meeting. Everyone? Anyone? Hello? Hello, guys. Oh, hello. Can you open your camera, please? Hello, guys. Could you please open your camera? Hello. Please open your camera so that our friends can see you. Okay, we have one of our friend here. Okay, could you please introduce yourself? What's your name?
Hello.
Hello.
Um,
Okay, we've got one person, one of our friends. Who are you? What's your name? The friend with the lady one with the glasses. Both of you wear glasses, but the lady one. Who are you? Could you please introduce yourself?
um, my name is Shujo Shunchun Mavi, but you can also call me Yvonne.
Yvonne. Okay, where are you from, Yvonne?
Myanmar.
Oh, from Myanmar. Okay, welcome, Yvonne. How are you today? Are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Okay, so are you excited for the competition?
Yes.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Okay, then I'll move on into our other friend. Okay, we had Yvonne from Myanmar. Come on, we give a clap to Yvonne from Myanmar. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, other friend, the boy one with blue shirt and glasses with headset. Could you please introduce yourself? What's your name?
Hello, my name is Raditya Davi Rahman, but you can call me Davi.
Okay, Duffy. Where are you from, Duffy?
I'm from Indonesia,
Which city?
uh, Bogor. I'm from
Bogor.
Indonesia.
Okay. Is it raining in Bogor now?
Uh, no, now it's not.
It's not raining because Bogor is known as the city of rain. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking if it's raining. So, Davi, I want to ask you a question. How did you find out about this competition? Who told you about this competition?
My mom taught me.
Your mom told you.
Yes.
So, do you have an experience before, like joining competitions, mathematic competitions before?
No.
So, this is your first time.
Yes, it's my first time.
Okay, are you confident about the result? Did you study a little bit, or what did you do to prepare yourself for the competition?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Duffy. Okay, moving on to other friend, our other friend with blue shirt as well with glasses, the lady one. Okay, how are you? Could you please introduce yourself? Hello.
That's me. Oh,
Yeah, it's you. Yeah. Uh-huh. What's your name? Sorry.
hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, I think she's having a problem. Then moving on to other gorgeous lady on with wearing yellow. What's your name?
Shipra, sir.
Safra. Where are you from?
Mumbai, India.
From Mumbai. So Safra, how did you find out about this competition?
Sir, someone had sent the link to me. So.
Oh, someone sent the link to you. So are you like having experiences joining other math competitions, or is it your first math competition?
I have had experiences with other math competitions, sir.
So you are enthusiastic. You love mathematics then.
Yes, sir.
So I've been asking this question to everyone, but I want to know how confident are you in this competition that you are going to get like really good result?
Very confident, sir.
You're very confident. So did you do something special to prepare for the competitions? Maybe studying
Like,
extra, or what did you do?
I had studied, sir.
You studied extra. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, good luck in this competition, and thank you very much for joining us. Okay, last person. I think this. Okay, two. We have two other people. So these last two people. Our friend wearing red. How are you? What's your name?
I'm
Could you
good. I'm
introduce
good.
yourself?
Hi, my name is Zian, and I'm from South Tangerang. I'm 14 years old.
Where are you from? Sorry, I couldn't
South
catch
Tangerang, South
your last.
Tangerang.
South Tangerang. Okay, what's your name again? Because you were cut off in
Zian
the
Fender is
middle.
no more.
Zephan.
Zian Fender is no more.
Zen Fender. Okay. How are you today, Zen? You're good, right?
I'm good. I'm
How
good.
did you
I'm good.
find out about this competition? How did
I
you find
found
out
out
about this
because
competition?
of a school announcement that gave me about this announcement. Then I suddenly wants to join it to fulfill my math competition for senior high school.
Okay. Which school are you from?
SMP Khalifah IMS.
Oh, wow, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So, same question. How confident are you in this competition? What result are you expecting from this competition?
Well, I'm a bit confident, but I try my best, but typically I would get the result maybe around like higher than average.
Okay. So, in the higher end of the spectrum, then.
Yeah.
Okay, we can see from your voice that you're really confident. I do hope that you get the best result possible. And sit back, enjoy, and we'll be starting the meeting soon. All right, we have one other last friend then. The lady wearing black and white. Could you please introduce yourself? What's your name?
Hello. My name's Kate. I'm from Myanmar.
Okay, Kate, how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, good to hear that. Okay, how did you find out about this competition? Same question.
My school,
The,
my school, it was,
there
I don't know,
was
but
a poster in the group at school,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and me and my friend decided to join.
Okay, then that's good to hear. Hello, we're losing you. You're gone. Okay, then it seems like some of us are having quite some internet problems because when we are doing something around the internet, it's really dependent on internet. You guys can sit back, and we will be starting the meeting soon. Thank you very much for joining, and see you in a minute. All right, good afternoon, Indonesian time, ladies and gentlemen, math enthusiasts, fellow math lovers from all over the world. Welcome to the Komodo Mathematics Competition 2023 technical meeting, a playground for agile young minds. Okay, prior to this, we've had the pleasure of inviting some of our friends joining us in our meeting for today. We've had friends from Myanmar, we have had friends from Indonesia and from India and from other countries and cities in the world. Thank you very much, guys, for the registration. We do appreciate everything that you did for these competitions. We've had the pleasure of hosting more than 1,000 registrations. We have received more than 1,000 registration at this year. And then, as you know, for some of you who had the pleasure of joining Komodo before, this is the third year in which Komodo Mathematics Competition is being held. And then we are almost at the main event. We are not there yet, but we are almost at the main event. So basically, this is the technical meeting. We will be telling you everything that you need to know before you go into the exam, before you go into the competition itself. First of all, we do believe that you are all mathematic geniuses, mathematic wizards, mathematic enthusiasts from all over the world. But one thing that we do not want you to experience is to actually lose points because of some technical problems, or maybe because you do not have enough knowledge in operating the system. After all, even though we have a really good system, but a system still is a system, and it is still prone to human error. When a human error occurs, something bad can happen. So to prevent that, we are doing this technical meeting for all of us. All right. For some of you who've had the pleasure of joining Komodo Math Competition in 2022, or even back to 2021, you might have known a little bit about Komodo competition, but not everyone. Of course, we've seen the data, and we've seen quite a few new names. And for that, we have prepared a short video of a little bit of highlights of what we were doing last year, of all the fun, all the event that we had last year. So together, let us watch the video of Komodo Math Competition Highlight 2022.
the Komodo Math Festival grand launching. So this is it. We have been teasing the event for so long.
This event is not just another mathematics competition, but also applying ground.
Are you ready? Let's take the picture together. 1, 2, 3, cheese! Next page, second page. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
We learned that coding is not as hard as what we thought. Okay. Even kids may understand to do coding right now. So now let's check. Yeah. Okay, when it hits the ball and then the game will stop. Okay, now the bear cannot walk again.
I will just show this like intervals. We call intervals like 0 to 1 interval, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Each interval brain and heart. So you will find the realities of the universe easy.
So if you think about mathematics concepts, I think many of you will agree that the concepts in mathematics were invented to help people understand the phenomena in our life. For over 2,000 years before Diophantus, the mathematicians brought out equations and solutions in words or sentence without using any symbols or abbreviations.
You have to know like the deeper principle behind that formula.
Remember, you just choose a word and draw that word. All right? Okay, yes. Now, Jipara is the artist. Okay, Jipara. Come on, choose one word. Yeah, we got the winner for the first.
To play Sudoku, you have to follow the instruction. Yeah, you have to follow the rules.
Duel with your friends using one phone. You can duel with your friends to see which one is fast.
And this picture is representation about tangent line to circle. The point where intersection occurs is called the point of tangency.
Friends, can you count how many Mrs. Donuts are there? Let's count together.
For example, we want to find the values of cos 180.
From the scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you're going to snatch the absolute winner for this competition?
I would say 6 because I kind of find out about this kind of late.
We use time only if two participants get the same point. But the most important thing is the point.
How did you prepare for the competition? Did you study? Did you read some books, or what did you do?
No, I just like studied and go on some sites and like research them.
And the duration is 2 hours. Okay, we divide into three different sessions. As you know, we are in session for Asian and Pacific.
From the scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you are going to be the winner?
10.
10! Oh my god, you got 10 out of 10. Okay, good luck then. You have quite the high bar you set up for that, eh?
I'm from Brazil, actually, but now I live in Mozambique. My school actually likes doing Olympia and competitions a lot. They say it's very important for college and these things. So they told us.
So how to do the exam? So you have done your simulation, you have filled in your checklist, you should be good to go. But in case that you forgot how to do the exam, I will remind you one more time. So it's quite simple, just A, B, C, Okay, so that was the highlights of Komodo Mathematics Competition of 2022. So it was last year. We've had a lot of funs. I was there myself. I was seeing all the friends having funs, mathematic funs.
But this year it will also be a lot of fun. Trust me, just stay tuned, and you can. We will have some more funs and create some more memories together in the Komodo Mathematics Competition 2023. All right, guys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to remind you that this technical meeting is also a gateway before we start our simulation. So after this, we will have simulation for competition day. However, before we start our simulations, I would like to remind you that the simulation is mainly made or created once again so that you won't have any technical difficulties. So, when you do simulation later on, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on getting familiarized with the system, with the website, with how to answer the questions and what you can and cannot do, how to activate the cameras and all that, how to access the account and all that, instead of focusing on the questions, because the mark or the score that you get during the simulation will not affect the final score that you will have in the end. Okay, then after we've got that out of the way, I would like to invite into the screen our exam committee. Okay, to help me because I don't want to explain everything alone. They know this competition better than I do. So I would like to invite into the screen exam committee from the exam committee team, Mr. Surya and Mr. Jundula, as well as project manager of Komodo Mathematics Competition, Mr. Adik Kiruswandi. Okay, welcome to the screen, gentlemen. How are you today?
Fine, fine. I'm fine. Thank you, Mr. Adi.
Okay, I'm so happy that. Oh, fantastic! Thank you very much, Mr. Jundula. I'm happy to look at, to witness all those bright smiles from our exam committees and our project manager, despite the condition is a little bit raining outside and we are fasting in Indonesia because of some conditions. Okay, then, without further ado, I would like to take permission from all of the three masters to start first and then go into explaining Komodo Mathematics Competition itself. All right. Can we have the slides on the screen? Okay, this is the timeline. You must know the timeline because we have shared the timeline before. So this is basically the timeline, all everything that we've done up until this point and until the competition day. Moving on. Okay, guys. Some of you might know it, but some of you might not know it. But Komodo Mathematics Competition is every year is being held by Eduversal Foundation. So, what is Eduversal Foundation? Eduversal Foundation is an organization. To be more simple or to be more precise, it's an education consultant, and it is committed to provide opportunities for students to maximize their potential. And apart from this, not only are we holding Komodo Mathematics competition, but we also have other competition to back it up as well. Some of our Indonesian friends, Indonesian participants might have experience in Eduversa mathematics competitions. So basically, it's like Komodo mathematics competitions, but only being held nationwide. And then apart from that, we also have ISPO and OCB. So if you like projects and science projects and all that, you go to ISPO, you can join ISPO. But if you like culture, art, music, dances, and all that, you can compete with other fellow Indonesian students in OCB. As I said before, we have the pleasure to have held three international mathematics competitions prior to this. So back in 2019, we started EMC nationwide, Universal Mathematics Competitions. And then in 2020, we decided that we need a place, so we need a media in which all mathematicians from all over the world can compete, and we decided to start IEMC or International Universal Mathematics Competitions. more than 36 countries with more than 545 students, followed by IEMC on 2021, again increasing the number of participants into 64 countries and more than 1,000 participants. And then on 2022, we decided to change the name because we are from Indonesia and want to highlight an animal native to Indonesia. That's why we changed the name into Komodo competition. First, it was known as Komodo Mathematic Festival, but now it's Komodo Competition with more than 1,500 students from more than 50 countries in the world. Moving on. All right, why Komodo? Because some of you are wondering. First of all, animal is easily recognizable if we can say that, because some of you might know some other mathematical competitions like Kangaroo, like Olympia, like other competitions, and they have the pleasure of highlighting their own country region. And once you think of the animal associated with the competition, you think of the country. The aim is the same here because Indonesia is a reptile, a huge reptile native to Peninsula of Indonesia, and also Komodo has a lot of positive characteristic, positive traits. Komodo is basically, as I said, a living dragon, a living dinosaur. That's why it's resilient, is adaptable, it has great initiative, and then survival instinct is top notch, and of course, followed by self care. And we want all of this trait reflected into all the Komodo mathematics competition participants. Mathematicians and Komodo in this way are having same traits because mathematicians are so adaptable, they take great initiative, they're resilient, they have great survivability, and of course, putting self-care first. Okay, talking about the timeline, if you remember back until March 28th, registration was open. We did a little bit of extension for payment, especially. And then today, we have the pleasure of starting the simulation today and tomorrow. The simulation will be open after the technical meeting. So if you try to go to your Komodo website, you will not be able to access the simulation just yet. So after we close this technical meeting, the system will be open. Okay, so when is the competition day? So all of this simulation, all of this technical meeting is to prepare you for the competition day. And the competition day will be held on the 1st of April. So that will be 2 days from now. And the time depends on where you're from. For example, if you're from Indonesia, you'll have a designated time. If you are from continent of Africa, you have your own designated time. If you're from the continent of Americas, both North Americas and South America, you'll have your own designated time. And then after you compete on the 1st of April, we will be having awarding ceremony. So we will announce the result. We will choose several percent on the percentage of the competitors. And on 8th of April, we invite you to join us on awarding ceremony where we will be announcing all the result. And apart from these main timeline of mathematics competitions, we also have webinars. We held one on 4th of March, and then the second one for teacher on 25th of March 2023, as well as the video contest. So as you know that this year is quite special, we have video contest, and the time span is from 1st to 5th April 2023. Okay, so this is the timeline, so visualization of the one that I just explained to you previously. Moving on. So this is the webinar poster. If you remember, some of you might join us in the webinar, but some of you might not have the pleasure of joining us. So the first one was webinar designated for students, so aimed for students, tailored for students, with the title of Math at the Movies, the intersection of two fascinating worlds. It was quite fun. We see the connections between mathematics and movies, some examples of movies that was pertaining the knowledge of mathematics, as well as the techniques, the mathematic techniques that is applied during the creation of a movie and the shooting of a movie. And the second webinar on 25th of March, it was a webinar tailored for teacher with the title of Quality Math Education in Secondary School. So some of you might think that, oh my God, I missed the webinar. What should I do? Type of stuff. No worries, you don't have to worry because you can always access all of this webinar in your Komodo competition account. So what you can do is you can go into komodocompetition.com and then click login, or you can simply type in math.competition.com and then you can log in, type in your username, type in your password, go in and click on the materials tab. And there you will find the recording of webinars as well as other materials about the competition. Okay, guys, we are having a little bit of problems here, but no worries because we can still move on. Let me try to pull up the screen. So yeah, all the knowledges, all the materials about the competitions you can always find on your account. You simply go to math.komodocompetition.com and then you can type in your email and your password and then click on the materials tab and then you can find everything, guys. Sample questions, video webinars, video about explanations about the competition, and everything is available over there. All right, move on. Video contest, we talk about it, we talk about the video contest a little bit. Something special is happening with video contests of Komodo mathematics competition this year. So last year there was also video contest for Komodo mathematics competition. However, it was only open for teachers, but this year we open the contest for everyone, so for students, for mathematic enthusiasts, for professors, for doctors. Everyone can join this competition as long as they love math and they have idea what they're talking about and they have how can I say special method of teaching mathematics. They can always submit the video on Komodo video contest. So we have three winners in this Komodo video contest. First winner will be given $100 in cash. Second winner $50 in cash. And then the video with most like on YouTube will be given $100 in cash. So the result will be announced during the closing ceremony, awarding ceremony. So we will be waiting for you in the ceremony to look at the result. Apart from that, we also have weekly quizzes and weekly puzzles with prize. And then in here you will, because if you follow Instagram, you can see the stuff over there and you can answer the questions. And after this, and you can, it's open for a whole 6 weeks, and everyone can join and everyone can have prize. We haven't announced the results yet, so the result will be announced later on. So if you keep on following us on Instagram at Komodo Competition, you will see the results soon enough. Okay, that was all from me. A little bit, a brief explanation about the program, about the competition, about Komodo Mathematics competition. I will pass the opportunity to Mr. Surya to talk more about the exam and how to do the exam and everything. Okay, Mr. Surya, could you please help me in this matter?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Adi, for the time. So here I will explain some points regarding the exam, especially about the time and the regulation. Okay, the first thing is there are two exams. The first one is not the real exam, it's just simulation in order to familiarize you, the contestant, with the platform. It will be held just after this event, so you can access the exam from your Komodo account just after the event, and it will be open for 48 hours. Okay, it will be open for 48 hours, so you can join the simulation within this time period, but we advise you to join it just after this session, so that if you have any problem, you can just ask us directly through our customer service, and you can get the immediate answer. Okay, the exam itself will be 60 minutes long, so but you don't have to wait for 60 minutes to finish the exam, because you can just finish the exam quite fastly. There will be 6 questions, 4 multiple choices, and 2 short answers. There will be points for the exam, but we will not count the point to the final calculation. So that's about the exam simulation. And the real exam will be held in April the 1st. There will be 30 questions, 20 multiple choices, and 10 short answers. Each will have different points. The duration is 2 hours. And there will be specified time for the exam. So unlike the simulation, which is open for 2 days, we will have specified time for the final exam. And the time is different. It's different. It's dependent on your country. We have 3 different groups, so the participants are all divided into 3 groups. The first batch, the first group is for Asia Pacific region. The second one is for Africa and Europe, and the third one is for Northern and South America. Okay, next. And all the time that will be posted is in Indonesian time, Indonesian Western time, which is UTC plus 10. So you have to convert the time to your own local time. You can just Google it, or you can just see, if you don't know what time is it in Indonesia, in the Western Indonesia, you can just log into your Komodo account and you can see the time. What time is it now in Indonesia, and you can just convert it to your local time. So about the batch, we have here the first batch, which is Asia Pacific region. So if you live in these countries, which are Mongolia, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Indonesia, China, Hong Kong, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Russia, South Korea, Australia, Papua New Guinea, and New Zealand. You are on the first batch, and the examination will start at 9 to 10 a.m. 9 a.m. Okay, Jakarta time. So please convert it to your own local time. And before the examination, there will be pre-exam briefing. You can join us together the 20 minutes before the exam. So it will be 8:40 Jakarta time. The duration itself will be 120 minutes. So after you start the exam, you can finish your exam within 120 minutes, 2 hours. Okay, that's for the first batch. Moving on. The second batch is Europe and Africa. So if you're living in these countries, the UK, Portugal, Benin, France, Hungary, Netherlands, United Kingdom, UK, Sweden, Germany, Switzerland, Slovakia, Albania, Macedonia, Spain, Nigeria, Belgium, Angola, Bulgaria, Romania, Turkey, Iraq, Qatar, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Mozambique, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, Azerbaijan, Kenya, Uganda, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, United Arab Emirates, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and India. You are on the second batch. The exam will be held in 15 to 16 p.m. Indonesian time, and there will be also a pre-exam briefing 20 minutes before the exam, 14:40. Okay. Next, for the last batch, batch number 3, the Americas. So if you're living in Canada, USA, Mexico, Argentina, or Brazil, you are on the third batch, and the exam will be on the 23rd, 23 to 20, p.m., almost midnight in Indonesia, but your time will be different. And there will be also a pre-exam briefing 20 minutes. So it will be at 10:40 p.m. in Indonesian time. You can see the time in your own account and convert it to your local time to join the exam. Okay, that's for batch 3. And now for the regulation, I will mention some of regulation that you need to know before joining the exam. The first one is to solve and answer the questions all by yourself, so no help from others. You may use a pencil and paper or pen to do calculation or some other scratch work, but you may not communicate with any other person. And also you cannot watch or read or listen to any other materials other than the exam itself. And you may not use calculator. And actually the question will not make you need to use a calculator, so you don't need to use any calculator. Okay, next. The exam will be recorded, so our website will ask permission to your computer to open your camera, and you have to accept that in order to start the exam. Okay. And if there is any problem with the display, for example, some equation doesn't come up, so just refresh the page by pressing F5 on your computer. It is okay, so you can refresh, and hopefully after the refresh, the equation will appear. As for multiple choice questions, you can answer the question by clicking one of the 4 options on the page. For short answer question, you can answer by filling the slot below the questions, but please enter only integers, okay, only numbers. So if the question asks for like length, maybe the answer is 2 centimeter. You don't need to write any centimeter or any space. You just write 2. That's enough, and then enter. Okay, next. Okay, after you answer the question, you can click continue to submit your answer, and you can access the next question. But when you click continue, you cannot go to the previous one. So make sure that you are sure about your answer before going to the next question, because once you go to the next one, you cannot edit the previous question. Okay. The session will be automatically stopped when the time is up. So it is 2 hours. When the 2 hours has passed, the exam will be stopped, and all the answer will be automatically recorded. So don't worry about that. Okay. And for the exam itself, so please no cheating. So because if we see any indication of cheating, we will need to disqualify the contestant. Okay, that's for regulations. Next, okay. Now for our distribution, I will like to give the time for Mr. Jundula. Mr. Jundula will explain about the award distribution and tutorial. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Surya, for giving time for me to deliver the awards distribution and exam tutorial. So now about awards distribution and the awards, there are going to be actually 5 type of awards. Yeah, the first one is absolute winners. Second one is gold medalist, and next we have silver medalist, and we have bronze medalist, and we also have honorable mention. Yeah, and for the absolute winners, actually the top scoring 5 participants. So if you are in the top 5 in your category, then you will be an absolute winner. And for the gold medalist, is the top scoring 5% of all participants. And for the silver medalist, the top scoring 6 until 15% of all participants. And for the bronze medalist, the top scoring 16 until 30% of all participants. And lastly, we have honorable mention, the top scoring 31 until 50% of all participants. Okay, moving on. And we also have the prizes. Actually, something that you have been waiting for. So the prizes, actually, there will be prizes for the absolute winner only. Yeah. So for each category, yeah, we have for the first absolute winner, you will get an iPad. Yeah, for each category. And second absolute winner, we will get Samsung Galaxy Tab A. And for the third absolute winner, we will get the Kindle. And for the fourth, we will get the AirPod. And for the fifth, you will have Huawei smartwatch. Yeah. And these prizes will be delivered or will be distributed to for each category. Yeah. And not only prizes, but also you will get e-certificate that you can download on the website. Yeah. So just log in to your uh, to the website by using your account, and you can download the certificate. Okay, moving on. And now, how to join the exam? Yeah, I will guide you how to join the exam, or maybe if you want to watch the tutorial on YouTube, then you can simply what is that? Search on YouTube exam tutorial Komodo 2023. Then the exam tutorial on YouTube will show up. And here, instead, I will try to explain to you how to join the exam. And first step, visit the math.komodocompetition.com. Then log in with your credentials. Yeah, and I'm sure all of you that are joining for today have credentials or account. Yeah, so we just need to log in. Don't remember the website is math.komodocompetition.com. Okay, moving on. And step two, complete the required documents by clicking registration. Yeah. And this is something that you have to take note from, yeah, because this is very, very important because you cannot do the exam if you haven't completed the registration. So make sure you have filled everything in the registration form. Yeah. Or if you want to make sure, just click the registration box as follows. And moving on. Okay, next, after clicking the registration box or tab, yeah, then you can click edit, yeah, as shown on the screen. Just click edit and moving on. Yeah, then you can fill everything in that you haven't been, what's that, filled in. Yeah, and also you have to complete the documents in additional data, and don't forget to tick the agreements. Yeah, and then after that you can save click the save registration data. Moving on. And step 5, go back to the exam box in the menu. Yeah, and then choose the suitable exam. And for today, because you have simulation, then you have to choose the start button. In this screen, yeah, the start button is still gray. It means that you cannot start the exam because this is not the time for the exam, right? So right after this technical meeting, the button will be changed into green button. Once the button screen or maybe Turkish, yeah, then you can start the simulation. Okay, moving on. Step 6, make sure to allow the webcam camera on your device for the exam. If you what is that? If you click the block button, then you can go to the lock icon, yeah, left side of the URL box. Then click on that one on the padlock, yeah, and then just click allow the camera. Okay, next. Step 7. After allowing the camera, yeah, or the webcam, your face will appear in the camera box. In the camera box as shown below. Yeah. So that is the real-time camera. So make sure you don't cheat. You don't cheat. Make sure you do not communicate with other persons in your room. Yeah. So because we are watching you guys. Okay. Moving on. Step 8. In the same page, choose the language that you prefer. Then click start when you are ready. So there are gonna be uh, 4 options in the languages. So the first one is English, and we have Bahasa Indonesia, and we have Russian and Spanish. So just pick one of them. Yeah, and the language actually doesn't affect to your score. So for example, maybe I want to choose English because English is international language, so my score maybe will increase by 10%. No, there will be no there will be no effect to your score. Yeah. So move on. Step 9. Here is the display of the question. simply click on the question on the option to answer the question. Yeah, this is simple. Nothing more simpler than this. Yeah, just click A, B, C, D, and after that, if you are sure with your option with your answer, then click next question. Okay, moving on. And step 10, if you want to change your answer, click clear answer, then click another option. Yeah, remember Mr. Surya told you before that you cannot go back to the previous question. So make sure with your answer, with your question, and then you can go to the next question. But if you found something that you found any mistake with your answer, then you can clear answer, click clear answer to what is that, to fix your answer. Then once you have uh, assured with your answer, then you can click next question. Okay, moving on. Okay, step 12. The language options are still available on the page in case you want to change the question language. Yeah. Okay, the options will be shown on the bottom left. So maybe in case you want to, you are curious about the other language. Yeah. For example, I'm from Indonesian and I want to use the Russian. So what the question will be in Russian. So you can click on the, what is that, option, yeah, for the Russian. Something like that, as easy as that. Okay, moving on. Step 13. In the short answer session, type only numbers to answer the question. Yeah. So you are not allowed to type letters, but only numbers. Yeah. For example, in this screen, the question is how many different possibilities for Andy's password. Yeah. So you don't type one possibility, but you can type just one. Yeah. So you don't have to type the possibility here. Okay, next, moving on to step 14. After finishing the exam summary will be shown as follows. Yeah. This will tell you whether you answer the question correctly or not. Yeah, so you can see from all the question that you have answered whether you answer correctly or not, and there will be also the correct answer or the answer key that you can compare with your answer. Yeah, so you will not be curious anymore about the answer. Okay, moving on. And step 15, kindly fill the provided survey after the exam on the summary page. And please, guys, before you leave the page, please do this survey because it means a lot to us. So don't forget to click the survey link and just fill everything in. And after that, you can leave the page. And moving on, special note, yeah, actually, if you have any questions related to the exam, use the chat icon on the right button to ask our committee. There's gonna be something a blue pop up the icon, yeah, like something in here in the screen. Yeah, the color is blue, and yeah, you can just click on that one, then you will communicate with our committee. Yeah, okay, moving on. And yeah, I think that's all for the exam tutorials and the awards distribution. I give it back to Mr. Adi. Mr. Adi, time is yours.
All right. Uh, Thank you very much, Mr. Jundulo, Mr. Surya, and Mr. Adekike. Okay, that was it for the explanation. So I see quite there are some questions lingering in the comment sections. So if you have any question, guys, please type it in the comment section, and then all of us here will try to respond to your questions to the best of our ability. So, for the next couple of minutes, we'll be accepting questions in the comment section. So please, if you have any questions, our operator will highlight it. Okay, one question from Tanwin. So we can answer the simulations after this meeting anytime. Okay, maybe Mr. Ade Kiki, could you please help us with this question?
Yeah. So the exam simulation will be available until the next 48 hours, yeah, from now. So you can do the exam anytime you want, but make sure it's before 48 hours, okay?
Okay, so 48 hours from now, you have the chance to go into the simulations starting from now. But remember, you can only do the simulation once. So take your time. Do not focus on the questions, but focus more on the platform and on the website. Focus more on tackling any possible technical issue before you go into the questions. So yeah, that's it. Okay, next question. What's the latest time to submit the exam simulations? As Mr. Kiki said, 48 hours from now. And remember, you can only submit it once. So make sure you pick the most convenient time for you and for everyone around you. So you have one chance to go within these 48 hours. Next. The simulation will not affect final scores. We have explained it a couple of times over and over again that the simulations is made or prepared only for you to prepare for the final exam and so that you can get familiarized with everything that we have to offer, with how this website operates, how the system works. Again, if you find any technical problems, you can tackle it even before you do the exam. So yeah, it will not affect your final score. Next question. Where do I find the exam simulation? Maybe Mr. Jundala?
Okay, where do you find the exam simulation? Actually, you need to log into your account. Yeah, just visit the website math.komodocompetition.com. Yeah, as I mentioned before, and after visiting the website and log in to your account, then you can click on the exam tab. There are gonna be the exam simulation section. Then, if the time is what's that? After 16:15, yeah, right after this technical meeting, then you can start the simulation.
Okay, next question. Does the question have time or not? So maybe Mr. Surya?
So for each question, there will be no time allowed for each question, but the total time for all the exam will be 2 hours.
So 120 minutes for all the questions, and it is up to you to allocate the time, depends on your need. And you have to remember that you cannot go back to the previous question. So yeah, take care. Next. Is it obligated to upload student photo and ID card? Maybe Mr. Kiki?
Yeah, you are supposed to submit your picture, your ID card, and the photo. Why? So that we can make sure that the one who are doing the exam is yourself. That's the reason why you are required to submit your photo and ID card. Why you to submit your ID card? Because we want to know, are you really 15 years old? Because you're joining the iguana, for example. So that's why it's important for you to submit your ID and your photo. Okay. Next question,
Okay, thank
maybe.
you very much. Next question. Just to clarify, we can only fill in the short answers with numbers and numbers only, right? So that would be a yes, as Mr. Surya and Mr. Jindula explained before. So let's say the answer is 5 seconds. So you do not write 5 seconds, but you only write the number 5. Even for decimal, let's say the answer is 3.14. You only type in 3.14 and not 3.14 something centimeters, for example, or like 3.14, let's say seconds, or I don't know, liters or anything like that. You only type in the numbers. Okay, next. Are there any deduction point if we get a wrong or blank answer? Okay, maybe Mr. Surya can help me on this one.
Okay, no, there is no deduction for a wrong answer. So you are
So there is no
outside.
deduction point in wrong or blank answer. So yeah, if you are not sure, then better to choose one among many choices instead of leave it blank. Okay, next question. What should I submit if I don't have ID card? Maybe Mr. Kiki, can you help on this one?
There are many options. Maybe your birth certificate, or maybe what is it? What do you call it? Report. Your reports, your school report. You can submit as long as it's like an official document stating your birth date. Yeah, that's enough.
So any official documents that has a birth date written on it, you can upload it over there. The next question. Is the previous question immediately submitted? So this is a comment to what I said. You cannot go into previous question. So Mr. Kiki,
Is the previous question immediately Yeah, whenever you click submit your answer, it means we already save your answer and you cannot go back to that question. Okay, so please make sure before you move to the next question, make sure you already submit the best answer of yours. Okay.
okay, next question. We still have a couple of minutes. Will we see correct and wrong answers in the real exam too? Maybe Mr. Kiki. So like the reports
What
type of
do
thing.
maybe the question means after you finish the session, the whole session, will you get the explanation about correct and wrong answer? No, no. So until all the session, until the three different batch is finished, the correct and wrong answer will not be shown in your account. Okay. So after all participants join the exam, then you will get the explanation about the question, the correct or wrong answers. Okay. So you will get it
So the
after
reports.
everybody finish the session.
So basically, the reports will be given out after everyone finishing the exam. So to prevent cheating and all that. But basically, you will receive your reports by the end of the session and not after you finish. So it's okay. And next. Okay, from Zoe, do we have to turn on our cameras during the exam simulation?
Yeah, it's
Mr.
a
Jundula,
must.
maybe?
Yeah,
Or
every
Mr.
students,
Kiki?
every participant have to turn on the camera. Okay, because otherwise you will not be able to start the exam. Because one of the requirement to start the exam is that your camera is on. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. I think that's it for the questions. We haven't seen any other questions that haven't been asked. I mean, we have answered. There are some duplicate questions, but we have answered most of them. Thank you very much once again to Mr. Kiki, Mr. Surya, and Mr. Jundula. Okay, Mr. Kiki, is it safe to say that our friends can immediately start the simulation now?
Yeah, I think we can start the simulation. If you still have any question, you just click the blue button in the website, right? So don't worry. So if your question is not answered here, you just continue asking it in the website. Okay. Good luck, everybody.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kiki and Mr. Surya and Mr. Jundula, and you guys, everyone that have joined us in this session. So after this, you can immediately go to math.komodocompetition.com, log into your account, go to exam and click start the simulation, and you can do the simulation. So we will be closing this session soon. We'll be closing the streaming soon. However, worry not, if you have any other questions during the exam, you will see a blue speech bubble on the bottom right, blue button, speech bubble on the bottom right corner of your screen. You can click it. All four of us will be there, and other friends behind the scenes who are working in this competition. We will be standing by and answering all of your questions. That is why we really encourage you to go into the simulation right now, because after a couple of hours, we will not be standing by. We will not be able to answer your questions. So in the next couple of hours, we will still be here. And then, of course, you can always contact us via WhatsApp, via Instagram. However, what we want you to do during the simulation and during the exam, we only want you to ask questions using the feature given on the website. So let's say you are busy right now, you have other thing to do, and then you want to do simulation later or maybe tomorrow. It is okay. The simulation will be open for the next 48 hours. So you have chance until in 2 days. In 2 days, you have chance to go into the simulations. And it seems like we have something here that still, before we close the session, we want to show you. Okay, maybe this is one interesting question that came into the chat box, and we want to show you what question it is because maybe this affects you. So, from Leslie Damiano, some candidates in Africa are actually at school. Does the presentation of different step will still available all day so that they can watch it and do exam simulation later? Worry not, guys. This streaming, the one that you are watching right now on YouTube, the link will stay. The link will stay, and the video, the streaming will be saved, will be archived, and then you can share the link to your friends so that later on they can watch this technical meeting as well. And then they can go in and then watch this whole briefing, technical meeting, and then they can do the simulation within the next 48 hours. So do not worry. If you want to share the screen, if you want to share the link, it is on komodocompetition.com/briefing. So our friend will share it on the chat box. But yeah, worry not. You still have 48 hours to join us in the simulation. And that is all from me. I'm the host, Adisura Dharmawan, alongside the crew today with Mr. Kiki, with Mr. Surya, with Mr. Jundula, and other friends working behind the scene. Would like to say goodbye and good luck for the simulation. If you have any type of questions, you just click in the blue bubbles on the website and we will answer your question almost immediately. All right, thank you very much, guys. Good luck for everything and see you again on the next opportunity. And good afternoon. Goodbye.
Thank you.